the joy and the pride of new vehicle ownership. There's nothing like it until you realize any little ding, scratch, or scruff you get on it sticks out like a sore thumb. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me show you what happens when the front passenger door of your bright, shiny new vehicle meets the shopping cart return racks in the parking lot of a department store or a grocery store. Hi, you can see me in the reflection. There's my house. There's all my stuff I put behind the camera because I didn't want it to actually be in the video yet, but now you can see it. But the focus here is this scratch mark. Now, I thought perhaps it was merely, I mean, and it is superficial. There's no damage. There's no dents, but I've washed the truck a couple times and rubbed it down quite a bit since this happened. I'm going to try to give you a better view here. I'm parked in the shade because I'm going to try to repair this, and you're supposed to park in the shade when you do it, so the sun's not being very cooperative with the lighting in this video, but you can see the damage. So let me show you what we can do to try to remedy this damage. Okay, so you can always take your car, your truck to a body shop, and that can be costly. And I'm not beyond paying professionals for their services. I do believe in doing that, but this is such a minor scrape here. I wanted to be able to fix this myself. I wanted to see if I could find a $20 remedy rather than a $280 remedy. So I did my research and I found this product. It looks like the brand name is Meguiar's. It's Meguiar's Scratcher Eraser Kit, okay? I looked on Amazon. I think they're about 20 bucks. Read all about them. Watched a couple of videos on YouTube. They're a very simple product. And then I happened to be in the store a few days later. Saw it again. So I viewed that as the universe's way of saying, hey, try this stuff. See if you can fix your truck. Yeah, you can see it right there in the camera pretty good. So I got it. And now we're going to try it. We're going to test it. I've never used this product before. I've never tried to do any sort of auto body repairs before. So this is going to be about as truly raw of a how-to video as you can get. So if you've never done this, you don't know how to do this, you're looking at the same kind of guy, okay, as you. I've never done this, so I don't know how to do it. I'm going to simply read the instructions while I record myself doing it to show you how easy or uneasy it is, and either how effective or ineffective it is, okay? So, I parked in the shade because we're supposed to do that. I made sure this area is clean. When we were in town earlier, we took our truck through the car wash, and then I just now made sure to wet it down and wipe it down again to make sure it's clean, because according to the instructions on the kit, and by the way, the kit costs about 20 bucks. So you're looking at the $20 solution here if it works. And on the other videos I watched, it said make sure the surface area is clean. So that's pretty important too. Now, if we open the box, we will find that there's only 3 items in the box. We've got the Meguiar's Scratch X. What's it say there? Fine scratch and blemish remover, okay? And then we've got this buffer pad that we're going to be putting on the end of our drill. And then we have this towel. There's something special about this towel. What do they call it? Microfiber towel. This is a microfiber towel. I like that it's orange. It's one of my favorite colors. Okay, so and the instructions look pretty straightforward. They're on the back. It says here, shake all products well. So we're going to shake the Scratch X product well before we open it. Okay. Okay, so we've shaken all products well. It says mount the pad in the drill. No, wait, that's not right. Hold on. put it in the, should say secure the pad in the, I'm sorry, I'm a writer and words mean something to me because I also do a lot of editing. So it should say secure the pad in the drill, not mount it. Geez. Okay. Ensure the pad is mounted secure. Okay, mounted. No, I'm not going to do that again. It's securely in the drill. Okay. Always use both hands to hold, guide the drill, keeping the quick scratch eraser pad flat on the paint surface. So I'm going to want to use both hands when I do this. Okay. Allowing the pad to remain in one place. It can allowing the pad. It says allowing the pad to remain in one place for too long can overheat the paint finish and cause damage. So make sure you're moving it around consistently. Okay, apply a small amount of Scratch X to the eraser pad in an X pattern. So let's try that. Make sure there's none of those safety stickers. Yep, there is. Look at that. Hey, at least I've opened bottles before. I know to look for these things. Oh, okay. Make sure to put that where I know where it is so we don't leave it out here. You don't want to be a litter bug. All right, so we're going to apply an X. It says in a small amount. So watch this. I don't know if that's a small amount or not. That might be a big amount, but we're going to try it. Again, I told you I've never done this. I have no clue what I'm doing. But that's what makes this such a good video. Because if you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't need to look up a video like this on YouTube anyway, would you? No, that's why you're here. So we're in this together, yo. Okay, place a quick scratch eraser pad flat on the scratch and using medium speed, make 4 to 6 overlapping passes. Repeat as needed until the defect is no longer noticeable. Let's try it. You guys are getting a pretty good view of it from here, so let's try it. Kind of thick on our stuff here. And then we got some right here. And it looks like I actually did not use enough product because I didn't cover it all. Yeah, because then it says remove excess Scratch X from the quick scratch eraser pad. But okay, that's the next step. But obviously, guys, look. You're supposed to use enough until the defect is no longer visual. I can still see the defect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply more. And since they used, okay, if I were writing those instructions, and again, I'm cutting these guys some slack. They're probably not writers and they're probably not professional editors. There should be a sentence under there that says, if the blemish is not fully covered, simply apply more of the product and then apply more of the product to the pad, then apply it to the vehicle. Okay, so there's your improvisation, if that's a word. I just made it up if it's not. All right, it's pretty much covered. I can still see some scratches right there, but it is those scratches I see are fully covered with the product. So then it says, remove excess Scratch X from the quick scratch eraser pad by pressing the pad into a clean, damp towel several times, then polish the affected area with 4 to 6 light overlapping passes. So we've got to remove this with a clean, damp towel. Now, listen, it's very important that your clean, damp towel is the exact same color as your vehicle. Okay, my truck is Delmontico red, so I'm making sure to use a Delmontico red damp towel. That is not true. Do not believe what I just told you about the color of the towel. It was merely a coincidence that I happened to reach into our kitchen towel drawer in the kitchen and pull out a towel that just so happened to be the same color as my truck. It doesn't have to be the same color. There we go. I just pushed down a little bit harder. It's pretty much removed. Now, let's take this off with, use both hands. All right, let's see what it says now. Tip, follow the Meguiar's Ultimate Quick Wax. I'll follow with the Ultimate Quick Wax to quickly protect the beauty and the newly corrected area along with the rest of your car. Okay, avoid breathing vapors. That's a precaution. There's still stuff on here. So I think what I might have done, and again, I told you I've never done this before. The damp towel I used might have actually been a soaking wet towel. So what I'm going to do is I have an actual dry towel out here I brought out earlier to make sure this area was clean. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can remove any of the excess moisture from my pad. That might be our problem because as you can see, you can still see the stuff. Now let's go again. Ah, that's working. Look at that. Okay, so that seemed to be the mistake I made. So if you've never done this and you're watching this video about a guy who's never done it either, a mistake I made that I might point out that you would want to avoid is make sure when they say damp towel, actually use a damp towel, not a soaking wet towel. Now what I'm going to do is just take my dry, clean cloth and go ahead and wipe all the excess off. I've pretty much gotten everything off with the drill that needs to come off with the drill, except for the outer edges, you know, the excess here around the sides. And, you know, guys, I mean, here's my honest take on this. It does look a lot better, but I can tell there's still some of the blemish visible. So now that all that excess is gone, you know, I think it looks a lot better, but to be honest with you, I can still see some of the blemish. Let me reverse the camera and show you from the other angle so I can give you a close-up, and let's take a look at the after product. All right, guys, let's see how it did. We're gonna come back in for a close-up, and wow, I mean, to be honest with you, I think it did better than I had originally thought it did. If you're looking, you can actually tell there's still some of the blemish here, and it looks like, gosh, we got to rebeat. It looks like I might have, yep, I can feel that. I made a couple of scratches here and here that were actually deeper. They were into, you know, there's 3 layers of paint on your vehicle. This one, obviously, these 2 scratches went past that first layer of paint. But now as far as the rest goes, it looks pretty good. And once you get about this far back, you can't even really see it. And these 2 scratches, unless you're looking for them, aren't even noticeable. So I would say for the $20 fix and a first time effort, not bad. So I'm not a betting man because I've always been too good at math to like gamble or play the lottery. But I might be willing to bet that if I went over this process again with another coat, that these minor blemishes that I can still see, I could probably get off. And after I'm finished with this video, I'm probably going to do that. I just don't want to bore you to death, taking up more of your time showing you that. Hey guys, I figured why maybe put a second coat on it. I just said I might wait till later and put a second coat on it. Well, guess what? I did wait till later. I've actually moved my truck back to where it parks. And since I had the stuff out, I went ahead and applied a second coat, and look. After a second application, it's like you can barely even see those scratches that were just a little bit deep. So that's just the sun's reflection. Let me give you a close-up. Let me flip the phone. Okay, guys, as you can clearly see, my truck is parked here beside the house. Completely different location. So this is later. And look at this. Look at that. After just a second coat, you can't even see that the blemish was there. Hi. So it's a pretty amazing product. So there you have it, guys. I almost took a shortcut and actually didn't go back and do the second application. So it worked about 90% of the way the first time, and after a second coating, it worked pretty much all the way. Now, if you get down there really, really close and look for those two little scratches that were a little bit deep, you can almost still see them. You can tell they're there if you knew they were there in the first place. I'm not going to do a third coat right now, okay? I'm not. I've got other things I have to do, but I bet if I did, those would be gone too. So I'm pleased with the product. Roughly $20 for Meguiar's Scratch X, whatever. Simple. Comes with the tube of like waxish type stuff, and it comes with the microfiber towel, which is Virginia Cavalier orange, which is really nice. I mean, there's no guarantee that you'll get, the colored towel of your favorite college football team in your box, but I did. I think that's pretty neat. And then it had the buffer pad that I put on my drill. It was very simple, very easy to use. The instructions were pretty clear, pretty plain English. So I'm pleased. $20 versus $2.80 or so at a body shop. And I might be wrong with my quote. I just know that, around here it costs an arm and a leg to get just about anything done. I mean, people charge upwards of $100 just to come out for a house call for simple repairs. So yeah, I'm pleased, and I'm going to try to pay better attention to those shopping cart racks in the parking lots of department stores and grocery stores going forward. This is the first time I've had a new vehicle in my life, and I'm almost 50. Before, all the little dings and scratches and blemishes just blended in with the others that were already there from the 4 to 8 previous owners. I mean, I really did buy old vehicles. So, man, you got to treat these things like eggs, I guess. And I guess for when you do crack a shell, there's Meguiar's Scratch X. See you for more next time from here at Homesteading Off the Grid. Subscribe if you like this video, if you think you learned something. Come back for more. We usually make videos about other things.